Here we are, back again. But first, before we dive into that, I'm doing a collector booster challenge. People have known for a little while because it started at 183. We get to 1,000 subscribers. I'm going to try and collect every single collector booster possible and open them all. So we have had this many boosters. I think it's 8. The most recent edition, we now have the Doctor Who collector booster. So I think that puts us up to like 9 or 10, but as you can see, we're sticking to the program. Just wanted to give everyone an update, so all you have to do is to get those cracked, get us to 1,000 subscribers, and then the watch time has to be there as well. Once those criteria are met, we will be cracking into that lovely pile of boosters. I have a lot more coming, but they're not here yet, so that's kind of where we're at. And if you look, get that out of the way just a touch more. I've had this box for a while. See how dusty this thing is? I bought this originally when I planned on starting doing this channel, but not like something to open, but not exactly opening right away. I think I bought it when it was like $75. And if you look today, it's going for $164 because all the dragon hype that's from dragonstorm, dragonstorm set. So I thought, what's a better way to... I'm not even gonna set it up. I'm just gonna take all the packs out. What's a better way to do this than opening some set boosters from this? Jeez, they just keep coming. It has some dragons in it. Maybe we'll hit the team on. Maybe we'll just get completely screwed. Maybe I should have just left it sealed. Who really knows? But I digress. We're just here to open up some cardboard. So why don't we just do that? Feels so loose. Yeah, set boosters just feel so loose because there's like nothing in it. From set to play and every day. All right, are they frontwards, backwards? All right, so that's the wrong way. I think they're. Yeah. So art card, cool. Get that out of the way. Planes, Pixie Guide. Oh, they're the proper way. So that's even better. Get through here. So those are the commons. We'll get some uncommons. So prisoners, apprentice, fly. I love cards that just say fly. So then now we're into a common again. Another common. And teleportation circle. I think this is actually one of the good cards because this is the beginning of your end step. Exile to one target artifact or creature you control, then return that card to the battlefield under its owner control. So it's a blink effect. Pretty sure that's worth something. I'll give it a bell ring just in case. But that's what, that's it. That's what we're looking at. So, pretty fair. Packs are so difficult to open. Again, this is around the time when I was on hiatus and not playing. So I don't have too much experience with this set. I just know that it has Old Gnawbone, and look at how faded that looks. Like, you can't even tell. Old Gnawbone amongst some other cards. So we're basically just hoping that we can get lucky and pull something crazy like that. I put that in the wrong pile. Oh well. So yeah, I mean, I don't know too much about the set, but I think if we're lucky, we'll be good. So we got an Ooze Orc Jelly. It's an Ooze. Trample. Enters battlefield with X+1/+1 counters on it. Split. When it dies, if it had 2 or more +1/+1 counters on it, create a token that's a copy of it at the beginning of the next end step. Token enters the battlefield with half as many 1/1 counters rounded down. So that's kind of neat, and you get a zombie orc to go with it. So, not bad. Not bad. It's, something different. I think that's the cool thing is this set at least has like a lot of flavor to it. Because, of course, Dungeons & Dragons has a very rich history and lore. It's one of those things that you're like, oh, okay, this makes sense to have as a Magic the Gathering thing. So that's kind of cool. Whatever, I'll fix it later. That's the thing, the piles are just like... I'm all over the place with the piles. So hopefully everyone's had a couple weeks. Sorry for missing last week. I had a very, very fun time with some friends that just extended into a whole different day, and I just didn't have time to make the content. But we have an Icing Death Frost Tyrant. That's a dragon. So, Flying Vigilance, when Icing Death dies, create Icing Death, a legendary white Equipment artifact token with equipped creature gets +2/+0. Whenever this equipped creature attacks, tap target creature defending player controls and equip 2. Okay, so there's a lot to it. But that's okay. I mean, that is what it is. That's a lot of words. I know it does some cool things, so it's probably like a loot drop amongst the dragon. We got a shiny mountain. Put that over there. Pegasus spur. These are my favorite things. I love these, how these beholders look. Like, that's such cool artwork and stuff. Yeah, that's what I like most about Dungeons and Dragons, is how those things look. They look creepy. They look cool. They look like they can do a lot of damage, and we look like we had a lot of uncommons in that pack. So we have Silver Moon Ranger, reach Ward 1. Whenever you cast a creature or planeswalker spell, venture into the dungeon. This ability only triggers once each turn. When you complete a dungeon, create a 2/2 green or wolf creature token. So, pretty straightforward. There, and I don't know what that is. These people have some really funny names. Like, some of these names are just hilarious. You're like, how? As someone that has trouble pronouncing names to begin with, I see some of these things and I'm like, what are we talking about? Man, horror. Wait, this goes there, now these go there. Clerk class, Moon Blast, Fighter class. I think Fighter class actually is trending in the right direction. I think I looked, it was about somewhere between 5 and 8. I don't really remember. And then we have a layer of the Hydra, so we got a double rare pack. If you control 2 or more other lands, layer of the Hydra enters tapped. Tap, add a green, X green until end of turn. Layer of the Hydra becomes an XX green Hydra creature. It's still a land, and X can't be 0. So that's cool. We got a triple rare pack. So, Galrix, Laird Scholar, that's what we're going to go with. It's a horror. Whenever a creature you control becomes blocked, you may return it to its owner's hand. Whenever one or more creatures you control deal combat damage to a player, draw a card. I mean, that's cool. You could probably build around that in one way or another. So, I don't hate it. I think it's pretty neat. I'll give it that. I think that's a very neat card. Get that out of the way. Boom. No signed art card yet. Not that anyone really cares. Hoarding, Smite, Dire, Goblins, Trickster. So another mythic. So we have a dinosaur, a 9-drop dinosaur. Has haste and ward 10 as long as it was cast. Whenever it attacks, it fights target creature defending player controls. That's nasty. Only thing it's missing is trample, honestly. The only thing it needs is trample. That's kind of crazy for that to be a mythic, but I guess it's probably like a real card out of the Dungeons and Dragons lore if it's a mythic. Because it is legendary too, so that's probably where it is. Because I think I was talking to some people and they're like, well, why didn't they reprint, Old Gnawbone and the other things into the new Tarkir set? And I'm like, well, it's because it's the intellectual property of something else. I feel like I get this guy every time I crack these things too. Orcus, Prince of Undeath, so X to black and red. Flying Trample. When he enters the battlefield, choose 1. Each other creature gets -X until end of turn. You lose X life. If it was only your creatures, that would stink. Return up to X target creature cards with total mana value X or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. They gain haste until end of turn. So that's what that's for. Pretty neat. Have it in one of my decks, which I will be showing off actually this week. So look forward to it. Selfless Paladin, so Vigilance. When it enters the battlefield or attacks, venture into the dungeon. Other creatures you control get +1/+1 as long as you've completed a dungeon. Okay. And we got a cool looking purple worm, but you can't really tell it's purple, right? That's actually pretty sweet. This spell costs 2 less to cast if a creature died this turn and is moored 2. I don't hate that. And we got a dungeon. Look at that. first thing that I noticed had a dungeon. Okay, come on. Hopefully, people got their hands on some pre-orders for Final Fantasy. If you're looking into that, I finally scored my box. It's more than I would ever expect, but still good. Okay, so we got a Dungeons and Dragons module, Temple of the Dragon Queen, an adventure for characters level 5 to 10. Basically, it's a land, but it's in a different frame. As Temple of the Dragon Queen enters the battlefield, you may reveal a dragon card from your hand. Temple of the Dragon Queen enters the battlefield tapped unless you've revealed a dragon card this way, or you control a dragon. As Temple of the Dragon Queen enters the battlefield, choose a color and you add a mana of the chosen color. So it's essentially a mana fixing card. I'm not sure what it's worth. I don't think it's that much because it's just like an uncommon. So probably could get a lot of them in the collector boosters, but still pretty cool. So we got a sword. Equipped creature gets +2/+0 and has death touch. And for 8 until end of turn, the sword gains whenever equipped creature deals combat damage to the player. That player loses the game, and you equip for 2 black. So that's interesting. Cool little the foil. I will have to say the foils in this actually look very nice. I think it's still around the time when the foiling is nice and crisp, but I could be wrong. I think it's just maybe the foils on blue cards look the best. I don't really know. I just have a problem with foil cards. It's my kryptonite. All right. Okay. Kind of just keep on trucking here. So yeah, I'm just excited for what Magic has come up after seeing all the spoilers of Dragonstorm, the Ugin, the Elspeth. It's gonna be bonkers. So Guardian of Faith, flash vigilance when it enters the battlefield. Any number of other target creatures you control phases out. So that's kind of good. Yeah, we got a jelly. We got I guess the foil. We've hit the foil rare. Orc jelly, trample. There's battlefield with explosive plus counters on it and a split. So it's essentially what we've already seen, but it's in a different artwork. So that's cool. And then we have a list hit. We have this engine here. 2 tap, put a certain colorless pest artifact creature onto the battlefield. So pretty standard stuff there. Crazy to see our first list hit this late into the opening, but I did jumble everything when trying to get it out of that stupid looking box. Oh well. Just keep going. Yeah. So far, flavor of the set, 10 out of 10. Hits could be a little better. Orb of Dragonkind. I feel like this is like a $1 card. Who knows? Maybe it went up by $1. 1 tap, add 2 mana in any combination of colors. Spend this mana to cast dragon spells or activate dragon abilities. Red tap, sack the orb. Look at the top 7 cards of your library. You may reveal a dragon card from among them. Put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. And planar ally. And now we have back-to-back list hits with a lightning axe. I feel like I've hit so many like lightning axes. It's crazy. All right, we're maybe halfway there into cracking this bad boy up. And hey, look, Flame Skull, little Tiblet, and it's signed. Well, not signed. It's gold. Get your things ready, man. Don't say the wrong things. Fly's so back. Giant creature with fly. Just the flavor of it. That's so cool. Oh, and we got whatever this guy, Zeta Fire Giant Duke, and the shifted trample. When it is dealt damage, venture into the dungeon. Do you get to? I wonder how these dungeon things work. Like, it's not saying what dungeon goes where. I'm sure everybody has a dungeon that's assigned to them. I don't really know. I probably should have looked into that before opening. But hey, you know what? I have an audience. You can tell me in the comments and clarify my stupidity on this one. I actually like when people interact with stuff and tell me, their experiences, how some of these sets work, because I screw up sometimes and really have no idea what I'm doing. The Black Staff of Waterdeep, legendary artifact. You may choose not to untap the staff during your untap step. And enemy walking statue. So for 1 and a blue, Another non-token artifact you control becomes a 4/4 artifact creature for as long as the stat remains tapped. Activate only as a sorcery. Okay, so let's see where that's coming from. Oh man, man, it looks really nice. We got adult gold dragon, flying lifelink haste, 4/3. I could have used as a different dragon there, but you know, we'll see what it charts for. It looks really nice. It looks nice in the full art. I thought the box was just going to be extraordinarily graceful. Boy, was I wrong. Come on. This will just do a pull tab on this one. Green dragon. So different looking green dragon. Okay. Row, Traps, Portable Hole, Herald, Herc, and Triumphant Adventurer. So Death Touch, as long as it's your turn, Triumphant Adventurer has first strike. When it attacks, enters in the dungeon, enter the first room or advance to the next room. See, it still doesn't say what dungeon you go into. So I think my guess is any dungeon, maybe, because it's not saying anything that's assigned to anyone. I don't really know. Did you just venture into the dungeon? Do you get to choose your own dungeon? I'm actually extraordinarily curious on this. I would like to know. And we had a Corbold. So, art card. I have to say, the art card with the, with like the Dungeon and Dragon stuff on the back is pretty sweet. Giant Hill, so Gretchen, Druid Class, Wild Shape, Hexblade, Centenary, and then we have Dungeon Descent. So enters the battlefield tapped, add a colorless 4/tap, tap an untapped legendary creature you control, venture into the dungeon. Activate only as a sorcery. So dungeon venturing, and when we have a Goblin Morningstar equipment. Another treasure token. So, still have a decent amount of packs left. I'm getting a little nervous. I really hope we can pull something out of here. That would be helpful. But I don't really know. But at the end of the day, we're having fun, aren't we? Yeah, that's what we're here for. We're here to have fun with him. Pegasus. Come on, buddy. Let's get something. Let's get something to make me scream about. This Wizard Spellbook, I don't think will do it. Tap, exile target instant sorcery card from a graveyard, roll a d20, activate only as a sorcery. It's a 7-drop. Copy that card, you may cast a copy. Copy that card, you may cast a copy by paying 1 rather than paying its mana cost. Copy each card exiled with Wizard Spellbook. You may cast any number of copies without paying their mana cost. Okay, so it basically gets doubled up over time. And if you have ways to just continue to roll, re-roll die, I think that's a thing, but I don't know. I mean, that could be fun. That could be a lot of fun. Right. Excuse me. We have Frost Giant. Pretty cool looking. Okay. So, yeah, if anyone's actually opened this set recently trying to chase some dragons, did you hit them? Because we're seeing how we're going. We have the Frost Dragon, and we found his cave. So, Cave of the Frost Dragon. If you control 2 or more other lands, Cave of the Frost Dragon enters tapped. Add a white, and for 5, Cave of the Frost Dragon becomes a 3/4 white dragon creature when flying until end of turn. It's still a land. That's just a big mana sink for what it is. We got a Clever Conjurer, a mage hand. That's what's cool about it, honestly. At the end of the day, that's what's cool about it. Alright, keeping on cracking now. Just give me something, because I've been taking a bath on our last few videos. Let's see how we can do. A Prosperous Innkeeper, that's in like every arena deck you've ever seen, so I'm sure that's something. Then we have a Drizzer Duerman, an Elf Ranger double strike. When he enters the battlefield, create a legendary green cat, 1/4 green cat creature token with trample. I don't want to be like destroying the comments. When a creature dies, if it has power greater than this thing's power, put a number of +1/+1 counters on it due to the difference. Okay. Oh, that's a hit. That's a hit. We got the Spider Queen, so something to get us going. Whenever a creature you control dies, put a loyalty counter on the queen. Draw a card, lose a life. Create 2/2/1 black spider creature tokens with menace and reach. You get an emblem whenever an opponent is dealt combat damage by one or more creatures you control. That player lost. If that player lost less than 8 life that turn, they lose life equal to the difference. So, I see why that's worth something. That's a very good card. So, not mad about that hit of the Spider Queen, to say the least. So that's good. That's something. We needed a little jump start there. Okay. Grim. There's Banner. Choose your weapon. Giants. Fate's Reversal. Hey, the Mind Flayer. I think I've ran into this before. Dominate Monster. When the Mind Flayer is about to gain control of target creature for as long as you control the Mind Flayer. Get that back into focus. Looks really beautiful, and you steal something, so can't really complain about what it does. So we're getting dungeons now. I'm seeing a lot more dungeons. I feel like I'm gonna Google that when it's over, or someone's just gonna tell me. It's either gonna be one of the two. Zorn is so cool. Look at that. Look at that Zorn there. He's just gonna bash someone's head in. Hey, the white dragon. Look at that. Full art white dragon. Okay. Alright, well, we're hitting the uncommons early. Morning Star. So we have, hey, Fire Giant Duke's back. So trample when he's dealt combat damage, go into dungeon. It's got some flavor text on this one, but that's okay. Hand of Venica? Venica is what I'm going to go with. Begin of combat on your turn. A creature control named Venica gets +X until end of turn, where X is the number of cards in your hand. Pay 1 life for each card in your hand, or you can equip 2. And we got a Victimize too. So that, Pixie Guide, and a little Victimize. Good card. Not a bad list hit at the end of the day from Victimize there. Okay. Just keep trying. That's all you can do is open up and try on the next pack. Island, Rusty Boy. Oh, that's actually an uncommon. Alright, where are the dragons? Where are the dang dragons? Bobby, where did my dragons go? Split the party. We did it! We did it! There he is! There it is! Tiamat! When I saw the goal, I was like, please, it's in the right spot that it needs to be. Just please. We hit it. We hit Tiamat. When it enters the battlefield, if you've cast it, search your library for up to 5 dragon cards not named Tiamat that each have different names. Reveal them, put them into your hand, then shuffle. Hello there, Tiamat. We hit the Tiamat. We hit the dang Tiamat. I have some sleeves here. We're gonna sleeve the Tiamat. Yeah. Oh, that's perfect. Yes. We got Tiamat. Alright. So, Tiamat, can you bring your friend Ancient Old Gnawbone? If you can bring out Old Gnawbone, you are a dragon tutor at the end of the day. Can you bring out a friend? Maybe like another one of yourselves or a friend? Because that would be kind of really cool. Alright. It's a core. I'm feeling really good about that. Temple of the Dragon Queen. Green Dragon, so we are getting some dragons. Herbalist, Rock Bear, and whatever Right is. So Right enters battlefield tapped, life drain. Whenever a creature deals damage by Right this turn, create a tap 2/2 black zombie creature token and exile that card. And we have a Balisk and Arcane Teachings. Okay. Balisk goes there, that goes there, and we just kind of keep going. Still can't believe it. Glad we got the chase card. Oh man, Tiamat's been hiding there for a little while. Oh, that's so nice. That's what I was hoping for. I was like, okay, well, one day, this set might be, worth something. Bard class. So, 2-drop. Legendary creatures you control enter the battlefield with an additional +1/+1 counter. Legendary spells cost red and green less to cast. This effect reduces only the amount of colored mana you pay. Whenever you cast a legendary spell, exile the top 2 cards of your library. You may play them this turn. All right, nice and simple there. Simple, easy class. Potion and a zombie. I'm just stoked. I'm so stoked with that team on hit. Hey, whoa, it's broken. Oh man, look at that Evolving Wild. It's so broken. Sacrifice Evolving Wild, search your library for a basic land card, put it on the battlefield tapped. How is this not like $1 million? Dang, man. Dang. As a Boomhauer would say, they are dang old. Yep. Torch. Baleful Beholder. Look at that. Love him. I think I already shown him off. Loyal Warhound. Vigilance. When Loyal Warhound enters the battlefield, if an opponent controls more lands than you do, search your library for a basic plains card, put it on the battlefield, tapped, and then shuffle. Hey, we got a another double rare pack. So, Flumph is the foil. Flying Defender. It's a jellyfish. Whenever Flump is dealt damage, you and target opponent each draw a card. Oh, that's kind of cool. I like Flump now. Flump's cute. It would go great in a jellyfish deck. And I'm pretty sure that there is a jellyfish you can make as a commander from the other Dungeons & Dragons Baldur's Gate set. Oh, man. This is why Magic's amazing. It's just the feeling, the crisp feeling right now. Clutches. Hey, we got a different one of these module looking things. So I think that's the third one of the box. Module R15, Hive of the Eye Tyrant. It's another land. If you control 2 or more other lands, Hive of the Eye Tyrant enters tapped. So tap for black, and for 4 becomes a 3/3 Beholder with menace. Whenever this creature attacks, exile a target card from the defending player's graveyard. It's still a land. So attacking with an exile trigger, basically, is what it comes down to. Which that's it looks cool. That's not like a world ender for any deck so far. It still at the end of the day, it looks pretty neat. Okay, wrong way. Green, is that the green worm? Oh, that's the purple worm. Purple worm. Alright. Boom, boom, boom. Morning Star Staffy, man. Treasure Vault. So, add a colorless and then XX tap. Sacrifice Treasure Vault, create X treasure tokens. So I guess if you have like a token doubler, you can make that work. Hey, we got Zorn. Yo, let's go. Zorn is like a couple dollars. For some reason, the list hit Zorn's a lot more. But if you would create 1 or more treasure tokens, create those treasure plus an additional treasure. So Zorn would go with Treasure Vault, that's for sure. But you only get 1 extra treasure out of it. And we have a Monk of the Open Hand. Okay. Happy to see the Zorn. Zorn is great. I like Zorn. What can I say? Zorn's the man. I'm happy to see a Zorn. I just like saying Zorn, too. With a name like Zorn, it has to be good. It's like the old Smuckers commercial. I'm really dating myself if you've ever seen that. Well, a name like Smuckers, it has to be good. Alright. Hunter's Mask, Dragon, Boots of Speed, Dungeoneer. Hey, Demlich, I think this is another like couple dollar card. So it's a 4 blues. Skeleton. This spell costs 1 less cash for each instant sorcery spell you've cast this turn. When it attacks, exile up to 1 target instant sorcery card from your graveyard. Copy it. You may cast the copy. You may cast Demlich from your graveyard by exiling 4 instant sorcery cards from your graveyard in addition to paying its other costs. So, you can get it back, and then we have a quest to go with all of the other stuff. Not a bad pack. Not a bad pack at all. Remove quest counters. Sack it. Search your library for an equipment card. So this is an equipment tutor, is what it comes down to. I'm going to put it up there. I don't think it's worth anything, but sometimes odd list cards like that might be something. Hey, look, we have another Ellie Witch. Okay. Some of the names are like funky, but that's, you know, that's what happens when you, hey, Innkeeper's back, go and do a Dungeons and Dragons set. So Monk class, white and the blue. The second spell you cast each turn costs 1 less. When this class becomes level 2, return up to 1 non-land permanent to your hand, to its owner's hand. At the beginning of your upkeep, exile the top card of your library. For as long as it remains exiled, it has you may cast this card from exile as long as you've cast another spell this turn. Okay. Oh man, we got another. So our third foil rare of the box, but it's the Dizudun Elf Ranger. I've already read it. I'm going to keep it here for a couple seconds, look at how shiny it is, and we're just going to throw it down. Still so far, Jellyfish, maybe Tiamat. I like the new Jellyfish card. I just think it's cool. I like defenders, especially like a Jellyfish defender. That's neat. Iron Golem. Rawr. Paladin, Mace, Center, Uncommon, there, Fire, Ally. Circle of Dreams, Druid. So it's a 3-drop green. Tap, add green for each creature you control. Nice and simple, pretty easy. Polymorph, and a Tomb. So we got 2 packs remaining. Crack it in here and see what all we can get. Rawr. Alright, there we go. That took a lot longer than I needed to. Alright, Swamp. Yeah, these all go here. Alright, let's do it. Come on, let's go. Hey, we got the Jellyfish boy again. So, Flump, Jellyfish, Flying Defender. When it deals damage, is dealt damage, you and target opponent each draw a card. Cool. Flump's back. And we have a Wild Mage. So, when it attacks, choose target creature you control and roll a d20. Create a tapped and attacking token that's a copy of that creature. Says it's not legendary, just exile this creature at the end of combat. Create one of those tokens, roll again. So, hopefully you can kind of just keep channeling your rolls of the same thing and you'll get, ooh, lucky. Let's see. Okay, so that goes there. That is in that pile. Then we have a list hit, Vernal Equinox. Any player may play creature and enchantment spells at any time he or she could play an instant. So, gives creature and enchantment spells flash, is what I'm gathering from that. We'll see what it's worth there. It's a cool little list hit. Something different. Something different for sure. Don't know. Could be worth something. Could be worth absolutely nothing. But, hey, we'll find out. We will find out. Alright, let's go. Last pack magic. Can we pull some magic? If I can put things in the right piles. How lucky can we end this opening? Not so much, because it's a frog horror. Trample haste. When Froghemoth deals combat damage to a player, exile up to that many target creature cards from the graveyard. Put a +1/+1 counter on Froghemoth. For each creature card exiled this way, you gain 1 life for each non-creature card exiled this way. Okay. That was a mouthful. Goblin Javenier. And we did get an artifact land. Ancient Den from the list as the last card there. So, did we hit our total? I'm going to say it's very close. I think with the Tiamat charting at around $30. And if I paid $70 or $75 for the box, yes, I'm pretty sure we got there. Now, if this was, if I paid $167 for this and what it's currently going for, absolutely not. We're not there. But I'll say we're close. I probably broke even if it was my guess. I'll try and find what I actually paid for this box, and I'm like 99% sure I bought it for $75 off of Amazon or eBay when they were having, I think it was Amazon when it was having a sale. But that was like 3 years ago, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah. subscribe. I want to open those collector boosters with everyone. So let's get to 1,000 subscribers. If you made it this far, thanks for the rambling. I didn't feel like it was my best video, but I just appreciate it if you've made it this far and watched 35 minutes of me opening cards, and hopefully you got some enjoyment out of it. Thank you. This is really all I can say from the bottom of my heart. I really enjoy doing this. It's fun and stress relieving to open up cards on camera and just talk with people in the comment section. So thank you everyone for that. John_Deadcorn will be signing out, y'all. I'll let the Tiamat do a little Tiamat dance in the back because it's a happy dance for me. And I'm peacing out. Bye.